up, guys? It's your girl's Mirror's Beauty, and as always,
It's
got
your
my
boy.
cousins with me.
Oh, it's your boy T.Y.
Pierre again.
And as you can tell, you know, we done switched up locations. We got a Freestyle Friday coming for you all. We are about to talk about a variety of topics. A lot of nothings and something. So, I'm gonna get it started. There's a whole bunch of shit going on in these streets, in the U.S., in the White House. You know, so where do we want to get started?
Man,
Did y'all? No, I think I want to start with the lab-grown meat. How do you all feel about the FDA, the USDA recently passing the sale of lab-grown meat? And so I don't know if you all are familiar with that, but what they're doing is taking the live cells of the animal, cooking it up basically in a laboratory and building the meat, like literally. So like, what do you all think? Now let me ask you this first question. Does the food taste different to you?
well, since COVID, since we talked about our COVID episode, since COVID, food have been different. So yeah, I don't know, cause like you say with the chicken, the milk, the eggs, it's like okay, let's tell them it's a shortage, but then we can whip up something in the batch. You know, we don't know what they whipping up. So it's crazy, cause food do taste different.
But I think it is a shortage. They just don't want to tell the world that.
I mean, it's hard to
you gotta think about it.
They got these massive farms everywhere.
You might have massive farms, but you don't see cows in Africa. Cows are just most predominantly in America. And what is that? Beef. You don't see chickens everywhere.
Yeah.
And if you
it's a lot of stuff.
For what
like the
people,
oxtail.
if you selling beef and chicken the way they sell beef and chicken in America,
oh, man.
it got to be 7,000 cows and 7,000 chickens per person.
I get what you're saying.
It ain't no where's all these animals at? I know they breeding them to kill them, but at the end of the day, you ain't got that many motherfucking animals on Earth.
I've been saying that, man. When you think about it, it is kind of crazy. You got KFC, Popeyes, Miss Winner.
You don't even count the other restaurants. Every restaurant on Earth sells chicken.
Let's go to Chicago.
And beef.
Let's go to Chicago. Chicken Wing City.
Yeah.
we already been eating some fucked up food. It only get worse for our kids.
Even when you think about Buffalo Wild Wings, you see how small the chicken. I always like, man, they probably giving us pigeons.
Oh, you seen them do Popeyes with them little wings that Popeyes got them motherfuckers this big.
Let me tell you one thing black people don't play about. Don't give them no too big or no too little chicken. We will snap, okay?
It gotta be like Little Red Right Hood. That shit gotta be just right.
It gotta be perfect. It gotta be perfect.
Yeah, it do gotta be
we
just
don't
right.
do that. But it's just really showing how in America, the genetically modified foods, they're playing too much. They're playing with our meats. They're playing with our fruits. They're playing with our vegetables. And I think that that's something where we have to, I think I'm gonna just work on my green thumb, y'all. I need a garden.
I think the reason why America went ahead and legalized it, they want to be the first. So they can have control of the market when that shit go worldwide.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, if you know they're gonna do it anyway, why not?
Because I mean, y'all seen these stuff on Netflix, all these things, like even how they do the cow. The cow got the hole in them, they putting the hay through the hole. It's like, what? You ain't gotta eat this shit no more. So it's like, even that process, even how you get your milk and
don't feed your kids chicken nuggets if you've seen that video.
Cheeky nuggets.
If you look at the chicken nuggets, how they was making them, just know that's what this lab meat gonna look like.
Yeah. And it's gonna be, and the effects that it's gonna have on our health. And I think that that's something that there aren't long-term effect studies on, and so that's something where we're about to find out. People about to start growing extra stuff because of all of this modified food.
See, we don't have, you got pets?
I don't do pets.
See, one thing I know about the last 3 years of having my business, a lot of my customer dogs got cancer and diabetes. I don't remember no dogs in the 80s, 90s, like, for real, how your dog got tumors, so even the food, they even modifying the dogs.
Who was getting insurance for their dogs back then?
But you know, most cat food is made with the same shit that we eat too.
Yeah, I know. Because when we had that corn, remember when the corn got messed up, they took the dog food off the shelf just like they did the taco shells and everything, the chips and everything else.
That makes sense.
So, yeah, I can imagine.
I believe the food source is running low and they not telling the world. Because remember, a couple years ago, right before the pandemic, the farmers was trying to be bailed out by the government because it wasn't enough rain, climate control, and things wasn't growing like they were going. They just like the last show you were talking about how a lot of the farmers from other countries that are working in America aren't wanting to work, or they're quitting, or different things are happening with the foods. So you gotta think all this shit really been going on. Yeah. They just done figured out. I think America done figured out like, okay, let's get ahead of it.
They didn't figure the formula.
There ain't no formula. They fuck the people.
That's like you said, but the formula, we got it before you, so we gonna put it out, kind of like the crack epidemic or whatever. You know, it's like.
But you gotta remember though, when you go in neighborhoods where it's Walmart, Kroger, it's choice meats depending on area.
Your area, your zip code.
You I bet you it won't be as much of that type
I ain't gonna
of.
lie, you go to Whole Foods, they definitely package they meat.
Whole
carefully.
Foods got the best.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the way they even package their chicken is
it's
totally different that you see.
Hell, where are Whole Foods? When you look at where they're located, like I don't even know where the nearest
Chicago,
is.
but hold on, Chicago.
Exactly.
See, Chicago opened up a Whole Food in Inglewood. That's the heart of the blackest areas in Chicago. That rest didn't even last a year because, for one, you can't afford it.
Yep, you
You
can't
know what I
afford
mean?
it.
You can't afford to go in there and pay $12 for a 2-pound pack of, potatoes when you can go to Kroger's and get 5 pounds for $4.
Yeah.
Go get 3 apples for $7.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
But you are buying a better quality of vegetables,
All
Yeah.
that.
fruit,
I can
meat.
imagine.
Yeah, it's almost like a literal investment in yourself.
I can
Like,
imagine. Kind of like going to these extra burger places. They be like, grass-fed meat.
grass-fed beef.
You know what I mean? You be like, what's the difference from me getting that shit from McDonald's? But then when you bite into it,
you can
it's
taste the
definitely
difference.
The fact compared to this, you know what I mean?
Because
It's
McDonald's ain't 100% grade A USDA.
Man,
We
beef.
already-
McDonald's ain't even talking about it. That's how you
I
know.
believe a lot of these fast food restaurants already behind closed doors is.
Yeah.
I mean, they
whipping it
they-
out.
have to.
it's too much competition.
I mean, but it's too many restaurants for one.
Not, right, it's too much competition. So why wouldn't I? Like I read, most of the fish that you buy in restaurants is not the fish that you
The
order.
cod is not the cod, it's
If
not
you
the
don't know your
whitening.
fish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true.
Yeah.
Because we used to eat tilapia. Everybody used to eat tilapia 10 years ago. Hard to tell till you start seeing the videos and all that. You know, so it's
how
kind
they treat 'em
of, you know,
different.
even like catfish. Like it's a fake catfish called sway. A sway. What it's called?
Sway.
Because one day I was on somebody's house. I'm like, damn, this shit. I'm like, damn, it's good catfish. She's like, this is
Good
not
eat.
catfish. I'm like, what? She's like, this called sway. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
and I'm
crazy.
like, if I've been eating it, I'm cool, but I ain't
You
trying
can't
nothing
tell
new.
the
Try new.
You can't tell the
I'm
difference,
almost
though.
50. Ain't no need to
you
put
can't
nothing
even
new in
tell
there.
the difference though, honestly. It fries the same, it has the same fat gelatinous texture around the meat, all that. So, yeah.
I don't eat seafood, so that's nasty.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no. They definitely gonna get me with the chicken though. Not gonna hold you. Cause your girl, chicken head for sure. But again, with just looking at where we are in America, you know, looking at the lab-grown meat and what they find, what white powdery substance was it? Johnson & Johnson's baby powder in the Oval
Man,
Office
I don't
they
know.
found?
I think somebody's baking cookies. They probably
Baking cookie, it was flour. It was baking flour. You know?
Yeah.
So we are not gonna falsely accuse anyone.
They
What
was
the
baking.
fuck?
They was baking their nose.
They was baking.
I mean, to be honest, this is probably the most scandals we heard throughout the White House in the history
This
of the
is
White
ridiculous.
House since Bill Clinton time. You know what I mean? With all
Yeah.
him taking the documents from the House. First they was on Trump, and then Trump like, how you gonna talk about me when y'all president takes shit from the? So it's weird. Like how we.
But see, the only reason they bring that up with Trump because it's a witch hunt for Trump.
Oh, we already
Because
know
probably
that.
all, like they said, every president that took shit to their own.
Oh, yeah.
Every president left with something out of the White
Right.
House. That's, you know.
Yeah.
we ain't gonna keep.
But
Yeah.
as far as their cocaine, they all got it in their pocket.
Oh,
in there.
yeah, I already
Everybody
know,
in
man.
Congress.
Yeah.
And you already know they probably got it from the CIA. I mean, I ain't.
Yeah, they got the best.
They got the best.
Yeah.
That shit came straight from Panama. That Peruvian pink shit.
What did you say? Pink, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
That's
though,
that
but-
good
That's
shit.
that
that's
fish
good
scale.
stuff. I can imagine. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. And just like you mentioned, just like the scandals. And so how can we
Can you imagine being the plug?
No, but I'm laughing the first time we heard about some white substance.
a big money.
But I'm saying the first time we heard about some white
And you
substance
ain't
going
never
to the
going
White
to
House
jail.
was
No, you're
anthrax.
protected.
So we going from anthrax to cocaine.
That was
now.
probably
Yeah.
cocaine. They just had to say it was
They had to say
anthrax.
it was anthrax. Right. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. That's a whole
Hell
fact.
no.
But it's ridiculous.
You gotta remember the mayor, wasn't Barry, what's his name? Wasn't he the mayor of DC? They got caught
yeah,
smoking crack.
Yeah, Marion Barry.
So
yeah,
they've been
yeah,
saying
yeah,
he
yeah,
wasn't the
yeah.
mayor in the most political city in the world, and what other motherfuckers in those. They was all in them Oval offices, back offices, with their feet up with crack, cocaine. Ronald Reagan came on TV with a bunch of crack on his desk.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know.
Think they didn't try it first?
Yeah.
They-
You see what's the hype about, huh?
What they rub it on their little mouth.
Yeah, we gotta keep this in the black community. I got too high.
Yeah, it's all bad, but
He
it's
said I
terrible.
got too high.
Like, where are we at in America where we are talking about a white powdery substance being found in a White House? Like, this is a
That
place
ended up being cocaine.
they tested it, you know, but you know, what are we doing?
Hey, come to find out, Donald Trump probably left that shit there.
Hey,
Knowing his
that's just let
dirty
you know the
ass,
world on
man.
drugs, but the war want to police you about being on drugs.
Yeah.
And not only that, like what it made me realize is that it's again white privilege. And when you start looking at how like drug tests, who are drug tests really, you know, who are they for and who are they against?
They be
because
fucked up if they find out and link it to a nigga in there.
Oh, that would be crazy. But heck, you won't know because the drug test, cocaine only stay in your system for what, 2 to 3 days?
That's messed up to say that, P. Say out of all the people that's in the White House, be that one black person, be that one token security
You know
guard.
who they gonna say who it was? What's that nigga that lost all that weight that was chaining himself to motherfucking poles at one point in time? That he was fat.
Oh, no.
He speaking out for black people. Al Sharpton.
Al Sharpton.
That nigga look like he done smoked a couple keys of crack.
That's gonna be too funny.
Yo,
Have you seen his new pictures where he lost weight?
I know.
The man this big.
I know.
And his head this big. He's like a
Lord.
bobblehead for real. You know they have been doing that good dope.
Man, that good drugs.
But we always got scandals coming out of Washington D.C. But we just don't pay attention to them because it don't affect our lives.
Yeah.
Kind of like remember all that prostitution going on in New York, and then what New York do? Legalize it.
Yep.
Fuck it, we just go legalize it. But my man got caught with spending $5 million on prostitutes.
And he was
That's
in
a
the
lot of money. That's a lot of money. Like how many massages it took to rank up the bill to $5 million? Like
damn,
man.
that is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money,
that's
bro.
a lot of
You had some money to
Bro,
burn.
You
that's
had
some
money
money.
to blow.
Yeah.
You was the biggest. That's triggering at an all-time high.
It ain't tricking if you got it though.
But think about it. We're talking about the 45. Just think about how he paid off Shorty, which we know who a porn star who don't do porn no more. Cause think about how much money he paid her to shut the fuck up, and now it's coming back up. Think about bringing her name back up to relevancy. How her, just the way the world is. It's like it's crazy.
But that's just
man.
like the Karen Steffens book. She said how a lot of them niggas are just they fuck her, suck their dick, they drop off $20,000, they leave. She ain't worried about them.
She ain't worried about
long as she got paid.
Give me a condo. I mean, that's what we want.
Look at your boy down there in New Orleans.
Man,
He finna go through.
I know you know anything about
trying
that,
to
right?
send
The
him through.
basketball. Okay, so it's a basketball player named Zion Williams. Everybody know him.
Mariah
He having a baby by some other girl, and then Mariah Hills, which is a porno star.
She's still a current porn star.
Yeah, she putting all the business out like, hey, you spitting, you doing this. Then she hit old girl. I'm like, it don't matter. You finna buy me a condo wherever we finna be at, so we finna be sister wives.
Hey, I'm finna plug her.
Ridiculous.
Hey, go watch her get her back to her. She takes that dick. She eats that dick. Hey, that motherfucker
I think we're off topic there.
Hey, that motherfucker do her thing.
I guess it is Freestyle Friday, so.
Hey, I'm just in the
Do your
conversation.
thing, 21. Do your thing.
I got to watching her and was like, man, I need to get out the house.
You say that's why Zion giving her that money.
No, she thought she had a young dummy. That's what she thought. Everybody knew who she was already. She been in the porn industry years and years and years. She thought she had a young dummy. That nigga played her like he was supposed to play. Fuck you, you slut.
Yeah.
You a slut. I fucked you. And I fed your mouth. I'm gonna put something in you for. I'm gonna put a child in you for.
Yeah.
It is
The world
crazy,
done had you. You've been all over another country fucking
out,
money.
though, she try to, now they finna trade them.
They ain't gonna trade
You
you.
don't think they gonna trade him? Okay.
He young, he young just like John Morant. They
Oh yeah.
both of
Well
them,
invested,
that just let you know people are not investing in them boys. They just take it from them boys. They're using them to get financial gain and all of this.
Yeah.
They not really leading them and guiding them properly. Because and maybe it's because, like they said, the teams don't have a legitimate leader that done been through the struggles in the NBA.
Right.
Like now, Memphis went and got Derrick Rose.
Right.
So he's gonna be a leader there and teach John Morant, like, man, this is how
what he went through.
He was an MVP of the league.
Remember, he went through that rape case.
He went through a
and all
lot
that.
of shit.
Yeah,
But he gonna be able to guide him, like, man, stay out the way, stay out the way. Zion ain't got nobody down there like that. He got the best player on the team with him, came from LA, and he's a young dude.
Young boy, yeah. That is one thing I was saying when we was bringing up before about when we saying leaders. Even when you go back to that, a lot of back in the day with veterans on teams, they used to have older guys. But when I come on the team, the oldest guy on the team, 28, it's kind of hard. You know what I mean? Back in the day, you guys used to retire, used to last in the league 34, 32,
the Miami
they want to kick you out.
Got him,
You
you
down
done his
inside
ass.
him. Yeah, he
Been there for years.
years old.
You ain't never heard none of them young players that they got that them keep
keeping them in check.
producing, keeping them in check.
Yeah, man.
But you know, all the NFL, the NBA, Major League, they got a program when you come in for being drafted that they make you go to. It's about money management. It's about keeping yourself out of negative situations. All of that, and they are older players.
Right.
Just, some of them. I can see John Morant. His dad, he just ain't doing it. You've been in the NBA. You've been there.
Yeah,
he know
been
what
there,
your
but
son
he had
faced
that
with.
bag though.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you know what your son's gonna be faced with. You was around other superstars.
I just feel like it's something about this younger generation that it's really hard to coach
the
them.
money.
They're really not that
They manipulate
coachable.
about the money though, because everybody thinking. I'm just saying, like,
No,
I'm gonna say go back to that Biggie movie. Remember when the teacher clown Biggie in the movie, like,
yeah,
you
a
gonna
trash
be a trash
man.
man.
Yeah,
Then he came back like, well, shit, a trash man makes more than you.
Yeah.
So that's where it go from. If a kid, like, I mean, and it even go to authority. It's like, how I'm gonna take something from you when I'm making, because even Lil Wayne, what Lil Wayne say on that podcast, he literally said, man, I'll make $15 million. What I'm doing listening to you, man. You want what? So even his daddy, like what I'm saying, like, man, daddy, you ain't did nothing. You ain't had this. So it's, I don't know.
But you can't be at every fucking game for your son.
No, you can't.
And you allowing your son to do this bullshit on his off time.
I mean, shit.
You finna jack off $1 billion career.
But see, this is what I think that people have to realize is that we're dealing with a different population of kids where it's like they don't care if I say don't walk down the street, it's a hole down it. They gonna walk down the street
ain't
to
no
make sure it's a hole.
But ain't no village to raise. Remember back in the day, you mess up. Miss Samantha finna snatch you up, whoop you, take you home, your mama, and let you know. Now somebody touch your kid. We don't want nobody telling our kids even what to do, because there be kids like, you're not my dad.
You got kids having kids.
You got kids having kids, and kids raising kids.
Kids that didn't have no guidance having kids and not giving them any guidance.
Okay.
Then I watched the podcast the other day, and dude says some of the realest shit. You got mothers trying to teach boys how to be men, but they don't even have a good example of a man in their life. So you giving them misinformation based off what you see in somebody else's life and trying to apply somebody else's life that you don't even know.
But you know, it's so crazy though that you brought that up. I have a friend whose mother was just raised by her father, and the way her mother thinks is how a man thinks. She has no motherly care towards her daughter and her kids because I got to get the bread.
So she's raised by her father or her mother?
She was just raised by her father. You get what I mean? So the way, and the daughter like, I want this nourishment from you, mama. But the mama like, hey, she got that daddy message, so I can understand that too. So like my mama said, she's like, Tim, I can't raise you a man, so I'm gonna teach you morals. Give you these moral standpoints, like, hey, don't do this. This is what you stand back. I can't tell you, hey, I can't. Like I said, last time my mom made me cry, I was 13. After that, she was like, oh, it's over with. What I'm finna do?
I think that was about the last time I got a whooping too.
She can't, and it's not finna go to that. Like, she literally whooping me, and I turn around looking at her like, all right, mama.
You got whooped by some niggas in the street
that ain't nothing. Yo weekend.
And then I know.
Yo weekend.
It ain't even that. It's like, I know you ain't really trying to hurt me,
You ain't trying to hurt me, mama.
Them niggas was trying, they was doing the do.
That's what you saying, yeah. So it gets to that point, like I said, when I got to my mama, she always bring this up. When I was 16, she said, I literally can't, I can't remember, she said, I'm gonna stop all that mischievous shit. Cause I was mischievous as hell. I used to get into a lot of trouble. But when I turned 16, it was like, all right, let me turn the leaf. Cause what my mama was always saying to me was real. I'm finna get in trouble. Like I say, first time I ever got in trouble with the law, I was 13 years old. I damn near could have went to jail behind some shit. But it's like, they gave us some leeway. First time my father put his hands on me was because that. Cause like I said, my mom was trying to whoop me. She said, oh, I need to call your daddy.
Yeah.
And like I say, the way my daddy whooped me, my body looked at me like, yeah, I don't think you want to be a criminal, homie. You feel me? Because it's a different standpoint. So it's like making those choices. But yeah, you know, it's like where we gonna go in this society where it is. Like you say, you're a teacher. Yeah. So like you say, them two kids in there probably, they respect you to a certain standpoint.
Yeah, but they're not that coachable. Like, you know, you have to try to mentor them to make them want to believe you. Right. It's not like you can just flat out coach them. But, which this kind of brings me to the next topic, because you all know that abortions have been banned for a while.
Oh, man.
So as men, how do you, because we're talking about like women being kind of forced to raise a man, because I don't really think a woman would make that choice in a sense.
Hell,
like, I think some do.
I can't say that.
They
probably do.
And I'm gonna let you finish that. Dr. Umar made a statement, and I hate this statement. He said, all black men should pay the cost for every man that his woman has been with before him. Because we put them in a position as men, as a collective group of men, we put our women in a position where they had to take on these roles.
Right.
So the bad choices that they made before me, the bad choices they made before you is my fault too. So I should be understanding that, hell fucking no. You a grown ass person. If you chose to have a baby with Ray Ray knowing that he didn't have a job, knowing that he was out on the block hustling and carrying guns, you knew you took a risk. It was a choice.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So I'm not gonna be responsible for what you did before me.
Okay, so this is where I'm gonna kind of agree with it. If we look at where we are as a generation and we look at Ja Morant needing to have those guidance, having those mentors, then why wouldn't you not necessarily mentor a younger dude that is fucked up, but like this is the problem basically right here.
I have no problem with mentoring.
But why don't you?
I don't because I don't have the time.
That's
but
not an excuse.
When I first got out,
That's not
I
an
volunteered.
Yeah.
At the Juvenile Justice Center. Went there and talked to 14 little boys. All of them had bodies. All of them had murders. Ages was from 9 years old to 17.
Yeah.
All of them had bodies.
Yeah.
So I go in there and I give them all this information. Me just getting out the feds. I gave them the information about the law library, which Juvenile Justice doesn't have a law library here, which is against their civil rights.
Right.
Because they have to be able to reference other cases to fight their case. Their kids. You're not giving them anything to help themselves. So you just leaving them at the whim of the lawyer or the justice system. So I'm in there volunteering for a whole hour. I talk all this good shit. Had the kids interacting with me, telling them, you know, I got out. I started my business. I worked. It's not over just because you made this one bad choice. But as soon as I got ready to leave, I had 10 minutes left. The lady shut me down and she turned on the video. She told me, don't let y'all watch video. The last thing these kids saw before they went back in themselves was they homeboys out here in Nashville making rap videos, shoot 'em, kill, murder, do drugs, fuck these bitches, get some money. So the last thing, all that positive shit I talked for 45 minutes.
But okay, but let me stop you there.
That's
45 minutes.
Hold on. It sounded
like what?
It was a skit though on Michael Shea when they got the dude in jail to go talk to the little kid. So he in there telling him, man, if you messed up in jail, you gonna be in here like me. Dude like, man, I killed somebody. So dude like, huh? You really kill somebody? So he like, all right, man, let's go to the next kid. The other kid like, I killed somebody too. So he go to the CEO like, hey, look, man, you know I'm in here for this. Y'all got the wrong person talking. I think you need to get me out of here.
Right.
So he's like, no, man, there's more kids here. You just talking to them too. Yeah, kid, somebody killed somebody. So he in there like, well, y'all finna be here with me. My name Ray. Look, I'm a good dude. I wash clothes. Like he started making reasons. He's like, I ain't no kid. But you know what I mean? So, hey, how we gonna coach them? Like even in the NBA, like we go back to that. A lot of them dudes say they not coachable. When I make $200 million a year, nigga, you only made $35 million your whole career.
Yeah.
Well,
but that's the problem is that we've tied monetary value to coaching and mentoring.
We go back to what he say on episode 3.
Yeah.
How that monetary gain is over everything.
But it's also because I want to go back to him. You said 45 minutes. You can't change somebody's life.
No, that's all they was giving me was that 1 hour.
I know,
but if you gonna end it with the negative, there's no need me coming giving no positive.
That's not true. Because this whole world is negative.
But see, I know what jail is like. So I know what it feels like when you see me in that cell and close that door. The last thing I had a visual of is what's gonna roll through my mind.
Until I feel like you're invested, and as an educator, that's why I'm saying it's not. These kids don't trust me. On August 8th, these kids don't give no fuck about Miss Freeman. But guess what? By September 15th, they gonna know I'm invested. I'm real. I'm loyal. I'm this. I'm that. And so. Again, and I'm not picking on you, but I think that we need more male role models. We don't have enough people
or
mentors. Yeah, we don't have enough people that are showing people the right way. Or even if you are going the wrong way, let me help you along the way.
Our community has grown from being a selfless community in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, one for all and all for one, to a selfish community. It's about me first.
Right.
And I hate to say that that's where I'm at right now in my life. It's about me first because I got 3 little girls, some grandbabies, and some other kids and some other people and people that I love and genuinely showed they love to me. Their priority. So I got to get them straight before I can go help somebody else's child.
Dang.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's just the reality of life.
But it is, but until that child robs somebody's granny, kills somebody something, and so that is where we are no longer the United States. That's where we are definitely divided. Because everybody, and it's not that anybody is right or wrong, but everybody is so focused on themselves, and that's why we have fucked up generations out here. That's why we got people out here shooting up schools. These mass shootings. Because there's no reason why we should have had more mass shootings than we darn near have.
Months.
Days. Days is here.
That's been like that for the last 5 years.
It's been that way. And so we have to figure out.
We modernized. I don't know what the fuck that
I feel like it's mental illness. You got
definitely had about none of this when we was little.
Yeah. It wasn't. And
not as much.
Not as much, and it still went on.
All you have to remember is the Oklahoma bombing.
The Oklahoma,
they was attacking government. I'm talking about motherfuckers just out here just
in the school shooting.
I'm just saying just certain stuff that you heard about.
It was always about the government. These motherfuckers out here just.
But this is where I disagree a little bit. I think that it's been going on. I just think that we have social media and we have so many platforms where we can now make it national news. Whereas before we had all of these platforms to connect, talk to people, and like people still writing letters.
I mean, that's how we feel about Chicago. When people like, oh, Chicago bad, we like, man, that been there.
It been bad.
It been there. Y'all just
Chicago been
bad. Getting to see it because of cameras and stuff.
They thought Chicago was just cold. No, it's cold.
Yeah, cold.
Yeah,
cold-hearted.
You know. I know a lot of Chicago. Hell no, they been shot. It's been shot.
But see, motherfuckers didn't know until social media hit, and they started seeing like, damn, Chicago that bad. But they always knew about L.A. because it was always glamorized, Crips and Blood shit.
And through music. But through movies.
Through movies
and music. A lot of movies showed it. We go back
what was the first one? Colors.
Yeah, we go back to Colors, Shit, Minister Society, Boys in the Hood, all those favorite movies was on West Coast base besides New Jack City and King of New York, but those were new, you know, but
if you look, it's a lot of bad cities now. Chicago's bad.
Hold on, Baltimore. Jeez.
I'm talking about small. See, go in some of these smaller Florida cities where the population is just low. Them little boys is down there putting in that motherfucking work. You got cities like Memphis. Cities like motherfucking Atlanta. I don't understand how killing just done became so
normalized.
Or just be not even normalized. It's popular.
Do that music, man.
Do the music.
You said
but music, TV, and social media.
Oh wow.
Social media has changed the world.
Yes, correct.
And it hasn't changed. It's helped in good ways, but it's hurt more than it's.
I said this, social media made a lot of people body conscious stuff. A lot of people body conscious.
They ain't body conscious in Nashville when we was out that day, shit.
Oh yeah, everything.
Tell me, hey, one thing about Nashville women, they got some weight on them. They ain't got no problem letting their stomach hang out.
They outside.
And they got on. This is a quick question. I just want to understand. I think pregnancy should be more covered up. Okay. I don't want to see your stomach in Walmart.
So you ain't like the bread? You ain't like the bread post? Did y'all see her post?
This is all marijuana charge.
Hold on, all right, hold on.
And shit like
She's
that.
saying St. Louis twice. If you look up the most dangerous exit to get off in the United States, #1 is the place in St. Louis where when you used to get off the exit, you had to go towards these projects. No, they had to fix it where it's a U-turn right there to get right back on the interstate because people used to get off, go to the project, ain't no getting out of there by then. Feel me? So they literally made a U-turn. They made a real roundabout. They made a roundabout right there on the exit to get. No, it's a sign right there saying, if you do not get off, turn around right here.
No.
Hey,
that's the #1 dangerous exit in America is in St. Louis. I swear to God.
Well, it's #1, #2 Baltimore, #3 New Orleans, 4 Detroit, 5 Cleveland, 6 Las Vegas, and then we can keep going. 7 Kansas, 8 Memphis, 9 Newark, and 10 Chicago.
And that's just crazy.
And it goes down.
The United States is fucked up, man.
Violent.
Why? Right. Why?
We make money off violence. We make entertainment, like hell, sports even has become violent.
I mean, violence is us. If you ask people most of their favorite movie, I guarantee you they top 3, 2 of them violent.
Yeah.
But you gotta think too, they conquered this motherfucker with violence. So
that's a fact.
we here based on violence.
It definitely wasn't on peace.
How many times you see the person you should see the most in this country is an Indian everywhere you go? You don't see them.
You don't see them.
You can go all over this country and miss an Indian.
Yeah, because we don't even know how to get to their streets because they off in the cut. They in reserves,
reservations,
ducked off. But it's sad that that's where we are. Like that's where we are. And so we live in a, again, and I always find it funny that we're called the United States and we're so fucking divided.
So divided.
The most divided, like, I feel like the most divided country out of all the other countries because whatever they got going on in house.
The same thing they did in America, same thing they did in Africa. Because Africa, I know it's a continent, but it's supposed to be one big country, but they made them, convince them, hey, you this, you that. So so it's against each other when we put it in states. So you go over there, you got South, like y'all saw that video in South America when the dude, they killing them 2 black dudes. You see him, he drowned them in the pool. He's like, what the fuck? That's in Africa? When you see that, like, that's still going on there. And they literally said no black people allowed.
And you notice they never tell stories about Africa when you had the kings and queens of these different parts where they was getting together and having parties, or what we would consider parties, but they might have feasts.
And
through countries.
Yes.
Because that was before them others came over there and infiltrated and got them to warring with each other.
Shit, Alexander the Great, it started with them. It all started with Alexander the Great, because when we went to go marry Cleopatra, you know what I mean, for more power. Because that's what marriage really started with. That was the first supposed to be legal marriage, because he figured,
White people
shit,
marriage.
yeah, white, but I'm saying, to get more power, I need to marry a husband, she powerful.
That's what dude was trying to do with Chicken Egypt.
Yeah.
And she destroyed the whole Roman Empire.
Yeah. Because let's tell the truth. They try to make women seem very weak, but at the end of the day, we are the strongest things on earth. And behind every strong man, there's an even stronger woman cheering his ass on, sucking him up, or beating his ass down.
I say this all the time, and anybody can contest it. I think God is a woman. Because
Mother Nature.
You got to think, whenever you make something, right, the second time you make it is always better than the first time you make it. So if Adam was the first, and Eve came second, that means God perfected Eve. Because like Adam was a thought and an idea, right. Eve was the result of their thought and idea. Because Adam came and just, this is what I came up with. Yeah. How can I make Adam better?
I mean, you go back to my theory though, when I tell you they always want to make the woman seem lesser than the man.
Yeah, so, especially like with the black woman.
So when I go back to when I say black people had the right to vote before woman. Mm-hmm. So remember that. Y'all hate us, but y'all gonna leave us the right to vote over the white woman and woman period. So that let you know that even look how they treat them in different countries already. I watched something the other day, like that shit's still going.
That's why I say God is a woman, because women do get actually treated the worst on this planet.
They do,
and they get treated the worst by us as men.
In all
demographics.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
no matter the culture, no matter the religion.
Got that right.
And it's sad though, because Mother Nature, we're the growers. We're important. Y'all, they need us. And I feel like the way of the world, the way that we're going, is just like men act like they don't really need women.
Definitely do. Think about it. Earth has to be a woman.
Yeah.
A woman is the only thing that can produce
grow.
life.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Earth produces life all day, every day.
Yes.
Who's killing the life on Earth? Me.
Hey, shit, we already saw when COVID happened. Look how Mother Nature took over. Man, in that little bit of 6 months, animals out like, damn, ain't nobody in the street.
Oh, we outside.
You know what I mean? Motherfuckers, birds everywhere. Like I tell people, that's one thing I noticed too. I remember being a kid, you see birds everywhere. You barely see birds.
Because they cut the trees down.
Yeah, where you gonna be?
Y'all done turn down trees. Y'all done put all this makeshift bullshit.
Exactly.
For entertainment
purposes. Man,
and wonder why we more sick than ever before.
Like even we sitting behind the Cumberland River right now. Well, I guarantee if we go down this whole Cumberland River, probably about 10 to 20 plants that's literally dumping toxic waste in this.
The Cumberland River look like
shit. It was a beer can in that bitch.
If you ever been to Chicago on 31st Street Beach in the 80s, the Cumberland River looked like 31st Street Beach in the 80s. It was dead fish at the beach that you might go swimming with. Bottles.
No.
That motherfucking water, you gonna die. You gonna catch a skin disease.
Yeah, you can't eat the fish out of Lake Michigan because the mercury level's so high.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
That's why I wonder how is the water good that they distilling out of Lake Michigan for the city to drink?
First off, did y'all see the recent article about the forever chemicals that are found in tap water? And so there are forever chemicals in tap water that is further,
They
forever.
can't get out.
It's forever
but
chemicals.
it's supposed to be a minimal harm to you.
But that's not true.
Yeah, because if you constantly, the more you do something, consume something,
I mean, but
the worse it is
about
for
it. Y'all know what the number one ingredient in plastic is, right?
What?
Estrogen.
Where they getting it from?
I have no idea if that's the number one ingredient in plastic. So that's what because I saw this whole. It was on PBS. It was called Plastic. That was the name, and they were showing the number one ingredient for plastic. And dude there, one scientist was saying he think that's one of the key forms to a lot of homosexuality. Because like think about people that was born in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. A lot of stuff we use was rubber, certain different. He's like now everything. He's like think about it, your Coke came in glass. Everything came in glass. He's like now everything comes in plastic.
Yeah.
He's like you chew your plastic. He's like look how many people chew straws. So you think you digesting those chemicals. He said that's why a lot of men grow breasts now.
That's why they making them gay. That's why y'all gay.
He said y'all had low erectile dysfunction because we consume everything's in plastic. We touch plastic so much.
Yes.
I kid you not. I thought about this a while ago because I was looking at something on TV, and that's why I just looked it up. Everything that we are trying to conform to, like vegan and supposed to be for health, it's a lot of it's more estrogen in that stuff than it is in regular meats. And so you got a lot of stuff. Like I just looked up the foods that have estrogen in it: fruits, plum, pear, apple, grape, berries, vegetables, beans, sprouts, cabbage, spinach, soybean, grains, hops, garlic.
Okay, can I make a joke? Hey Pierre, hey T.Y., these my my girlfriend.
Hell no, I be
Because they about to be gay.
She said, hey,
Sorry.
not I said T.Y.
Yeah,
They about to-
I am gay. I'm happy.
You happy? You the traditional.
Yeah, I'm the
version.
definition of gay.
Yeah,
He
nah.
hit you with that.
But
Now shoot the jump shot.
I'm a Barbie girl in a bar. No, I'm just kidding.
You ain't
But
gonna
they are targeting. They are really like getting rid of
That's crazy.
mass population destruction through our foods. And so some of our men do have to be more mindful of the foods that they're eating because they are trying to emasculate.
I mean,
Be mindful where it come from.
Yeah.
If it's grown in another country.
Yeah.
If it's hell, if it ain't growing, if you ain't growing, be
I mean,
mindful.
like y'all have been.
And I think that as black people, we should
y'all
be.
have been in Jamaica,
I have.
Bahamas.
Yes, both of them. The fruits.
No, you just fruit. You see what they eat.
Yes.
What they
Yeah.
most of them,
But I'm saying-
the native people
Even
eat
their
what they
bananas. Their bananas don't look like our bananas.
grow. And the natives eat what they
It's-
grow.
Bro,
Yeah,
but I'm talking about
exactly.
when it comes to meat wise.
They're
Most of the majority of the shit they eat is chicken.
Oh.
Chicken or fish.
correct.
You rarely hear them talk about beef, a beef patty. What else have you heard them talk
Oh,
about?
that's
Ain't no cows over there.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
true.
But
That's
the
a
cows
good
that they
point.
do use, they use for what?
Yeah.
Agricultural wise. Other countries use their cattle for agriculture wise, but we use it for supply and demand. You think about it, you go to Africa, they be like, oh, we don't kill cow. We use it for milk. We use it to help us plow this dirt,
And that's
but they don't
nasty shit
kill
to
it.
fuck with too, milk.
But
First
that
off, we're the
chicken-
only animals that drink somebody else's milk. That is disgusting.
And think about it. After the cow grow up, he don't go back and get none of it.
None
none
of
of
it.
it.
But
None
we
of
drink it
it.
as adults.
None of it,
Yes.
none of it.
And you want to tell you what else we do? We actually don't listen to our bodies.
But hold on.
So a lot of us shouldn't be drinking it, and our bodies tell us
Okay.
not to, but we still
Or
proceed
cheese,
because we're
all that
programmed.
So I just did an interview. If y'all go back and look on one of my pages, I did an interview with a girl who owned a vegan restaurant. It's something in milk called celiac, something like that. What makes the calf addicted to the mama milk? And since we drink the dairy milk, that's why a lot of us can't get rid of the cheese and the dairy products because we want that,
addicted.
the celiac and not the milk.
But
self-processed.
I've just listened to the grown cat.
Yeah.
When he get grown, he never goes
Yeah,
back.
he
to
never
the
go
mama.
back.
He don't fuck,
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah.
fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I don't want no more of that
that's
too.
a lot of animals though. Period.
But and if you think about it, animals still live in their natural element.
Habitats, yeah.
Their natural thinking element.
Yeah.
So from how God made them to think a certain way and know what not to do at a certain stage, we've lost that
Yeah.
because we became of the world and not of God.
Yeah.
So with the animals, they still live based on how God told them to live. So they know what not to put
Right,
in their body.
right,
They know
right.
what to put in their body.
Right.
That makes sense.
Hey, he said if the cow had YouTube, that nigga want a
That nigga
burger.
be fucked
But
up. He
hey,
kill
but
another guy.
hold on.
If you doing
It's the fact
drive-by.
you say that though. Remember when they tried to feed the cows cow meat?
And they won't
what
get what
happened? You end up having mad cow disease. So I
Yeah.
get what you're saying. Just right
Yeah.
now, they feeding the cow their corn.
A lot of them won't eat it though.
Yeah.
They forcing it to them.
Yeah. So yeah.
But and that's why I feel like we don't listen to our bodies because there's a lot of foods that we even beyond like for me, I can't have anything from the cow. I don't need no milk, I don't need no cheese, I don't need no grass-fed burger because there's something with the enzymes in the cow that does not agree with my enzymes. When we look at pork, like whatever it may be, it's not just one type of meat. It's just the fact that we need
Pork
to do a
make
better
you
job of
angry,
listening
though.
to our bodies.
But pork make you angry.
When we're hungry, we think we gonna eat. Like you might be thirsty.
But pork
Like
make you angry though.
Pork
Yeah.
make you angry?
I can
pork
see
make
that.
you angry.
Don't make me angry.
I don't know.
They say
It make me full and comfortable.
But
Full
that's
and
just like, but that's like
That's because you got some
turkey.
worms
That
in
high
your
blood
stomach.
pressure
But
may
I'm
run
saying,
up.
it's like turkey make you sleepy because of the,
Yeah,
like I'm saying, like the whatever's in the meat, just like they say, eating pork make you more hostile, more aggressive a little
I
bit.
can see that.
And stop giving your kids leftovers. Ain't no motherfucking nutrient value in that shit no
no.
more. After one day in the refrigerator, you
No,
giving
let's
them
talk
nothing.
about it. You
You're
can give them
giving
leftovers. Stop putting it in a microwave.
nothing. That too.
It's because I can eat my leftovers in the oven
But
now.
you losing the mineral value
How
of
am I losing it?
I read it. I can't exactly
Okay,
tell
'cause
you.
that
But
don't
look
make
it up.
sense.
Look it up.
If I
Once
can
it
cook it,
tastes better than
the
One
day
day,
after,
you gotta
you pasta be hitting the day after.
that ought to tell you something. Because if you just eat it raw, it don't taste good.
No, but you let the seasoning
Right.
sit.
So once you cook it, you're already cooking. You're bringing
Cooking the nutrients
you're bringing
out
the
of it.
nutrients out to the.
No, you're damn
cusp of
cooking
it.
the nutrients out of it.
That's why I
To
say
a certain
steaming
point,
vegetables
yeah.
is the best way
Exactly.
Yeah,
because
okay.
it brings it to like the outer part of the
Steam.
vegetable.
Correct.
But when you cook it and it's on the out, it's right there for the nutrient value, and you put it in the refrigerator and just let it sit. All you're doing is freezing it and it's killing it.
Okay.
Okay, let's
so
look that one up.
we was talking about on one of the podcasts with medium rare to rare. Most of them say they eat their meat that way because it digests faster. Where when you don't eat
I'm
it,
not.
the medium rare it sits a little bit long in your stomach. So what y'all believe? What y'all think about that?
White people are vampires and cannibals.
I don't want no medium red chicken. Like you said
I want it
before.
medium well. I want it medium well. So you ain't got. I don't want to shake the whole. I don't want to shake the room.
And like my man say, I want my meat gray.
Yeah, I need to like wood chips a little
They
bit.
definitely,
Like,
they definitely need to be dark skinned.
yeah, it
I
gotta
like
be.
chocolate.
Yeah, I don't even.
Fuck that.
So do y'all like white meat or dark meat if y'all are eating chicken?
I like cooked
Go.
meat.
Cook meat. Sorry, Mom. I was about to clap.
Cooked meat. Cook it till it's almost
Whatever
crispy.
it is, as long as it's cooked.
But you know, growing up in the hood, we used to eat potty meat,
I used to love potty meat, Vienna sausage, raw hot dogs.
What was the other shit?
Spam?
No,
No.
not spam.
Spam.
No, what was that
Spam
shit?
is
Grandma-
everything.
No, what's that shit? Sauce? Remember the shit?
I ain't
Grandma-
sauce.
No, remember that meat?
I know you're talking about it was
the
nasty.
sauce. What was that? Liverwurst.
Oh, liver
I ain't
cheese. I was thinking about
liverwurst.
liver cheese.
Liverwurst, like all that
yeah.
stuff. You know how people grew up
Yes,
eating.
I still don't know what salami come from. I just know they say it's beef.
Listen,
What
I'm good
animal
on
did you
it.
get this
Please
meat
But
tell
why
me.
salami the only meat that come with the red ring around it too?
Listen,
Why?
because you ain't supposed to eat it. I ain't playing.
Where animal got a pepper seed in them?
Oh, they done ground that
His
shit.
ass
Why would
stupid.
you
You ain't
say
ever
that?
seen that little black?
Yeah, the little seed.
I said,
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know.
It's a pepper seed.
But it says beef meat. Where did what?
But how? What they mix the meat up with the pepper
That
seeds?
is crazy. You said,
But
think about how
but
hot
they'll
dogs
tell
is.
you, but
You
if
go
you
look at
read
hot
the
dogs,
pack-
it's chicken, beef, pork, and
Oh,
other.
that's
But
why,
if you read the packet, it'll tell you 100% salami beef, hardened salami beef, 100% beef.
So you saying
What
what
the fuck
is
that motherfucker? What animal was you killing that got a black seed in?
yes,
Cause
that's
he gotta have all of them got them.
yeah.
Hell no, that's funny as
ignorant
hell, boy.
You gotta be gonna do some
That's
research
that-
though. That's a good point.
That's some getting high thinking. I was high one day. I was like, man, damn, do I want a salami sandwich or not?
Right? No, don't get that. Where the beans come
So the
from?
salami meat come with the black pepper and the red ring around it. Yeah, all
Yeah,
right.
that's a red
And a
flag.
little white piece of gristle in it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, no. First off, we ain't even supposed to be eating that damn lunch meat, all that pasteurized.
But y'all
and-
know, hold on, but y'all notice even through COVID, when y'all go look at the lunch meat, they don't even have all the lunch meat they used to have. Like when you go look at ham, it's all uncured ham now. You barely see the honey baked ham. You don't see it all now. And it's so weird. Like I'm like, it's like you say, COVID have changed
Yeah.
so much.
It's changed. Yeah,
The food.
it's changed. It tastes different.
Yeah, because I like we said with them, how they mass-produced chicken. It's like, okay, you got 10,000 chickens in here. It's like they all ain't eating food. They gotta be eating,
Yeah.
you know. So it's like, and then y'all feed us that. Like I ain't gonna lie, like I say, I probably can count how many times I ate KFC on one hand. I don't eat that shit.
I think I eaten it once in the last 7 years.
KFC.
I ain't ate
shit.
none in 7 years.
Maybe twice.
KFC. Shit. I forgot about them.
Yeah.
Everybody eating that Chick-fil-A me.
What's that thing with that Impossible?
Chick-fil-A and Zaxby's
What is it called? The Impossible
Like,
Chicken?
We
I
already
ain't
know
I
Chick-fil-A
ain't doing no
sauce they shit in the
KFC.
cocaine. God damn it.
You said what?
We already know Chick-fil-A got they shit in cocaine. Cause the only people that got lines like that is cocaine drug dealers and Chick-fil-A.
Popeyes.
Yeah, that's how they
No.
serve it.
Popeyes
correct.
had lines when they came up
yeah.
there chicken sandwich.
Oh, that was ridiculous though. It goes down in the Ville. We knows it.
It's a car accident, so if you come down here, make sure you Uber.
Oh yeah, make sure you got insurance too. Don't come down here to Nashville without insurance. Somebody gonna hit your shit.
And don't come down here driving stupid.
And if they foreigners, they gonna keep going.
Oh yeah, they definitely
gonna
keep
keep
it.
going.
They definitely go vroom vroom.
Definitely
They
gonna
mess around and
keep
hop
going.
out the car and run off on your ass, leave the whole scene.
No, they
So,
gonna come talk to you at the window and be like, you
They
okay?
check,
You
they
okay?
check it.
They go, yeah, insurance. They gonna go to this car and pull off once you know you turned yours off.
Man, awful.
So right now we in Nashville, y'all know that. And right now we got the Tennessee Titans Stadium behind us. Literally within a year to be gone, they building a new stadium. Then Oracle's supposed to be building a bunch of business offices down here. So like even like it's a building to our left, y'all can't see it, but it's called a Pinnacle building. That building was vacant for 5 years before they had anybody in there. So the person that even built that building, they see the money here. So like right now, the Tennessee, they rent that stadium out. So Tennessee Titans, the team itself, figure, hey, let's stop renting from the stadium people and build our own stadium. So that's why they getting a new stadium. Is what a lot of people want to know. They tired of paying them people $1.6 million a year just to lease their stadium out, and then all that revenue that come in from concerts and all that, it don't go to the Tennessee Titans family. So when they build their own stadium, anything that gets done there is going there.
The city's still going.
No. What? Okay, like Chicago. The Chicago Bears about to leave Chicago because anything that happened in Chicago,
Yeah, that's some fucked up
no,
shit.
anything that happened in the Chicago Bears Stadium, same as here, the Bud family, which who own that, don't get no revenue. It goes to the city. So once they leave and build their own stuff, they like the Tennessee Titans is leasing that stadium from the owner of the stadium. That owner is Nissan. It was LP Field or whoever before.
But no, Nissan paid
But
them to put their name on there.
That's what I'm saying. But it's LP Field.
Nissan don't own it though.
But it's a lease. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the city owns it.
But it's not owned by the Tennessee Titan
No, the
family.
city owns it, right?
So what they're doing is building their own stadium that owned by the Tennessee. No, it's only owned by the Tennessee Titans. They're gonna pay the taxes instead of.
Because it's still on the same property.
But they're gonna build it. They're gonna build it in the stadium.
Well, I got you. But so you said Tennessee bought
that
property.
parking lot. Yeah.
I don't think the city gonna sell it.
It's cheaper than paying 1 point whatever money
The
Tennessee
mortgage
Titans to stay in that stadium is cheaper than building their own stadium.
Just
Same
a
with the
couple
Bears.
feet over from the
Just
the
a
same
couple of
land.
feet over. So the Bears are moving to Arlington, Tennessee.
Okay, but I think the reason it's gonna be cheaper because they said they're gonna build up around it apartments and houses.
It's gonna be built by Oracle.
And they're
Oracle,
gonna all the same company gonna own it all.
No, it's a different company.
Oh, so they leasing it out.
They leasing it out. That's what I'm saying. So they bought their parking lot. So like all these parking lots that's in Tennessee, they owned by private people. So a lot of these people won't sell their parking lot just because they like, hey, if I'm gonna sell my parking lot, I need that money. So the same with that. The Tennessee parking, they own that parking lot. They're like, well, fuck it, we can move our parking over more, build a stadium right here, and then y'all whatever y'all want to do with y'all land.
Because it's still, I see what you're saying.
Because they tired of paying whatever fee they have to pay Tennessee to lease that where they can build their own shit, and all they gotta do is pay the little.
But most stadiums are in NFL, NBA are owned by the city. No owners own those stadiums.
It's just a few. That's what I'm saying.
No owner in the NFL.
I did a little.
No
research.
owner in the NFL or in the NBA owns their stadium.
No, I'm talking about in the NFL. That's what I'm saying because I just watched the shit on the Bears. So I'm like, okay, why are they doing this? the Baltimore Ravens, because the Baltimore Ravens was originally in Indiana.
They used to be Cleveland.
No, they was in Indiana first.
No, they was Cleveland.
The Colts. The Baltimore Colts.
You talking about years and years and
That's
years
what I'm saying. But it's certain teams that still own their stuff. But I feel what you said. It's like Chicago Stadium, that's owned by the city. Comiskey Park is owned by the Comiskey
city
family.
is owned.
Wrigley Field is owned by Wrigley Field, but it's not owned.
No, Jerry Reinsdorf does not own neither one of them stadiums.
They said no. The Wrigley family.
Right, but Jerry Reinsdorf owns the Sox and the Bulls.
But he don't own either
stadium.
I know that, but I'm saying the Wrigley. They own that.
No, the city owns that. Every stadium in any city, the city owns. They lease it to the teams.
The Wrigley Field. I'm saying the Wrigley. They own.
I have to look that up because I've never heard of an owner.
NFL stadiums are privately owned. There is the Los Angeles Rams and Chargers,
that's
and
a major stadium.
the MetLife Stadium. Those are the only ones that are 100% privately funded stadiums.
Okay.
I don't know.
The cities usually own every stadium in any type of sports venue because they gonna get the revenue.
Yeah, tax purpose.
Because you own your season is only your season. But I need the revenue for the rest of the year, and I split that with you.
Right.
You gonna make some money off also renting here because you gonna teams build economies.
Yeah, oh yeah, we definitely know that. Hell yeah.
The Predators.
Yeah.
The Predators and the Titans built this motherfucker, built Nashville to what it is now. Nashville is a top 5 tourism city.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that.
It just became a destination city. Once you get a destination city, that's where all the hotels can tax you for I think it's up to $20 just for you. It's a food and beverage tax that you don't even have to use. A lot of hotels are like trying to figure out how to give it back. Like the one I work at, they give you $10 of it free if you go in the restaurant and eat.
Oh damn, that's dope.
But they gonna keep that other 9.
Right.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you become a city on the level that they own, they send on tourism over almost 2 million people a year.
Shit, we down here on a Monday.
Yeah, it's jumping.
Yeah.
It's actually jumping on a Monday. So when you look at Nashville is bringing in a lot, and I know that you were specifically when we, talking about what we're going to talk about. You wanted to specifically talk about just the growth of Nashville, but you can see it.
Yeah, I mean you can see it a lot. I mean even with the people, even like Black Nashville, I even see how even Black Nashville is making this staple within Nashville itself. It's actually standing out. It's just not Nashville no more. You can actually find the area, the culture and all that too. But down here, you just gonna find country music. You ain't gonna find no hip hop down here. They ain't playing it.
Come after 11.
And you don't come to the spots because you still. Claire Cake might play some hip hop.
On the right day, on the weekend.
A couple of places, hit or miss.
But you gotta go to the rooftop.
Your rooftop,
you gotta go to the rooftop with the DJ. But if you either any of our complexions, come down on a Friday, Saturday night after 11. We out here.
Yeah, it definitely get deep.
And that's when I'm in there, because when they out here,
ain't no problem.
I'm in here.
And that's the good thing. There's so many police out here, you ain't gotta worry about no problem.
Oh, that's true.
Now the only people that been having a problem is the white folks. They getting their ass
Oh yeah, I follow Scoop Nash.
They
I
get in
love seeing them
situations that
people.
we
They
know
be-
not to get in.
They get a little excited.
Ain't no two niggas gonna walk me down no dark alley.
Yeah, that ain't happening. Are you dumb?
But they gone. So
Yeah, but Nashville's definitely grown. But yeah, so very interesting. Do you all know anything? You know, as a college graduate, how do you all feel about Biden's lack of aggressiveness when it comes to getting the job done? And what I'm talking about specifically is the student loan relief program. And so why do you all think that Congress is so adamant about making sure?
Go ahead, I'm listening.
No, that Biden can't get
It was never gonna get done.
Hey.
It was a strategic method to get a certain vote.
Hey, like we said before, if it ain't about locking this up, it ain't got nothing to do with that. Like I said,
the government is not into giving away money or losing money. Trump gave you a bunch of money.
Yeah.
You see, nobody else gave you money like that. So it was always a strategic tactic just to draw in a certain demographic of people to vote differently. Once I get your vote, it's fuck you. Because it ain't nothing but it's a signature.
Yeah, literally.
It's a signature.
But why do you think he didn't do the executive order? Like, why isn't he being as aggressive as
Because
Trump
it was a strategic method, not an actual part of his agenda.
Yeah, it wasn't his plan. It definitely wasn't.
It was part of the plan to get me where I'm going, but I'm not gonna give you what I said I'm gonna give you. If that was the case, we would have got the first ever before anybody else got a motherfucking bill passed for a hate crime. We still ain't got that. But the gays got it. Nothing against them. The Asians got it because we was whooping their ass in New York. Nothing against them either. They need their ass whooped everywhere. Shit, they in our community stealing our money and they putting nothing back. Only motherfucker they hiring is a clerker or a junkie to help because they can dictate to them and talk to them any type of way they want.
And pay them under the table.
Yeah, fuck them. All these people need to allow us to have us, just like we allow them to have Chinatown in, like in Chicago and major cities. We allow them to have their little areas where it's just them. And they build their areas up because they bring money into their area and they shop with each other. We have the opportunity to do that, but they won't allow us to do that. And then at the same time, we don't take the initiative to do that.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Because Trump passed the law where you get first dibs on opening the business up in a low income area if you live there before these other motherfuckers and these foreigners that's coming. But we ain't taking advantage of that. We keep saying, everybody in the world against me. No, you part of that world that's
against me. I think
you.
the bigger issue is that like we don't read anymore. So a lot of us are relying on like social media to get information. And we're relying on, luckily it's a blessing that you're able to talk to people and we've met one another and we're learning from each other, but like we're not reading anymore, so we're not learning this information firsthand. So we're hearing someone tell us or explain it, and we
don't pay attention to the news.
We don't pay attention to shit.
You remember when you was young?
Yeah.
You might have got to stay up and watch the news. Because that might have been the last thing you got to watch.
Yes.
Mama, can I stay up and watch the news? She telling you go to bed at 9. Can I watch the news?
Yeah, you can watch the news.
You can watch the news.
You can watch the news, then go to bed. Yeah.
Kids ain't asking that no more.
No.
Because they on the game from when they get out of school.
Yeah.
To who knows in some of these parents' houses, they go to bed after the parent.
Yeah, that's a fact. These kids, now let's not even talk about kids.
Sometimes my kids, I'll be like, I'm going to sleep. Bye.
Yeah.
But shit, I gotta go to work in the morning.
But and I don't want to pick on y'all because we're not talking about y'all, and we know y'all are doing a great job. But as an educator, I do see a further need for parents to parent, and so these devices, they're messing up the baby's eyes. These kids can't see. These kids are having migraines, headaches. Their damn eardrums are like not functioning at full capacity. And so we have to like attention spans. Like, so again, this is me being an educator because I'm in or you in my class sleep. Bitch, wake up, wake your ass up.
And that's why a lot of them got ADD because they don't have to, it doesn't have to hold their attention for a long period of time. They can.
Yep.
So they got attention deficit syndrome where they can't keep their focus on one thing because they're already thinking about the next thing.
Yeah.
Because the social media is made that way.
Yep.
I can be watching one video and be like, okay, I'm into that. And that's how these kids' brains are thinking now.
Yep. And it's sad.
Dang.
And it's sad because this is our future. And that's where, like, as, again, an educator, I want us to be more aware. And we have to be careful of what we're teaching our kids. Because these are going to be the people that got to take care of us when we get old, okay? That's kind of scary thinking about that today. So we have to do a better job of raising these little humans so that they can be little humans we can depend on. Like, these kids don't cook. Like, kids don't cook anymore.
I'm glad I got all girls. I know one of them going to take care of me, right?
Yeah, you better hope. Because the way these kids, and not even to pick on you, there are so many kids that are dealing with like traumas that the parents don't even know about. So not you at all, but I know other instances where it's like the kid literally doesn't like the parent. Yep. And so it's like, you think I'm gonna take care of your ass because you took care of me, but as soon as I'm grown, I'm gone. And so, you know, it's sad. We just have to do a better job of building our villages, building our communities, and building our households. And you know, part of the issue is I feel like men need to be in the house. You can't teach a little boy to be a man, and as a woman, I need a man. Like, I don't want to be a man. Like, I don't want to have to be strong. And so we need more examples of people that are going to provide that safety net. And I just feel like we're lacking.
I don't know if I said this on another show or if I said this to you, T.Y. You think you got to look at, like in our community, you got the mother saying forever, I don't need a man, but telling her daughter you don't need a man, right? But then if that same mother got a son telling him, love your woman that you with, go fall in love. But you got one person teaching both sexes, making them fight instead of telling them to be in unison.
Right.
Because you're telling your daughter to compromise everything he gonna try to do if he try to love you. Because you don't need him. Get it on your own. You see what I'm saying? But you're telling your son, be soft, be open. Go do this for a woman. Open the doors and all this. But you're telling him to do this. So men naturally grow up wanting to be that for a woman. But we've been so institutionalized.
Yeah, I can't say hi to a woman without her thinking I want to talk to her. So literally thinking I want to get with her.
Everybody,
that shit crazy. I can be like, hey, how you doing? I can open the door with a woman. She, I'm good. You know, I feel PSN because we miss it. We miss it right there.
You could look like Grimace and a motherfucker say hi to you now, and motherfucker think you trying to holler.
Yeah. But you know why? And I don't feel like that because, you know, I'm a pretty lady, so not to say it like that. I'm used to the attention and hey, thank you, bye. But you have some people that aren't used to that. And so we're in a generation where you have people that aren't used to gentlemen. Because at the end of the day, like, we're missing a lot of gentlemen. But a man that holds the door for you, he might watch your ass, but ultimately he's a gentleman. And I just feel like we're not used to gentlemen anymore. And there just aren't that many.
That's exactly what he gonna do.
Oh, I was like, wait, the camera.
No, I'm saying that's exactly what we're gonna do. Watch you go do this.
Of all of that now because of social media.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got motherfuckers getting complimented with.
But yeah, so just as we were saying, you know, it's good that we're using emojis. It is like a hidden language, but I think that we need to do a better job of getting on one accord and getting back to the whole United States, where we're not just as divided based on whatever the issues are. And so, you know, aside from it being hot as hell out here, it's a hot summer. We think it's important for us to get out the sun.
Yeah,
we think it's important for us to get out the sun, okay? Because as black people, we have to wear sunscreen, even if you think you don't, okay? Because we sunburn, despite popular belief.
When you mix with a little bit of me, you ain't got to worry about that.
So
got a little that Puerto Rican Aussie in you, you know what I mean?
Yes,
worry about all that.
Yes, but we hope you all enjoyed our little Friday freestyle. As you already know, we talked about a variety of topics. Comment below, let us know what you think, let us know what resonated with you, and let us know what you'd like us to address next time.
Yeah, definitely next time, man. Let us
keep the show going with your comments.
Yeah, man, we love them comments.
We are being relatable with us and everything, and we're gonna keep it going with hot topics and more.
Eventually, man, the most people that shout out, we're gonna start shouting y'all out, man, because y'all definitely giving us something to talk about at home too.
Yeah.
So,
like we mentioned, we definitely appreciate them comments. That's fun too. It's like the show keeps going, so we definitely appreciate you all for tuning in. And until next time.
Like always, you got my girl Mirror Beauty.
I'm hitting you with the Captain Morgan.
You got my boy P here, and you got TY, and we're gonna catch y'all on the next episode.
All right, we out.